Hi, my name is Eduardo Maddalena and I am the CEO of C2I, Change to Improve. We are experts in CAD systems and the integration with ERP systems. C2I is one of the first partners of PTC OnSafe in Europe, and I have spent more than 25 years providing CAD training and helping our customers to improve their design processes. But today, I'm glad to introduce you our SolidWorks and Odoo integration module. When we started this project, we set some goals. Do not force, limit or compromise customers' design methodology with SolidWorks. And do not force, limit or compromise the workflows and methodologies defined in the customer's Odoo implementation. These are the two main goals, but also allow a quick and complete configuration of the add-in, regardless of the customer's working methodology with SolidWorks and Odoo, and provide a quick implementation of the add-in during the training. The add-in is installed and configured in SolidWorks, and there are no modules required in the Odoo side. Okay, let's take a look at the SolidWorks and Odoo integration add-in. After installing the add-in, a panel will be displayed in SolidWorks through which you can log in. There are three types of users: administrator, managers, and users. There is only one administrator per company. The administrator is the only one who can configure the connection with the customer's Odoo database, and also the only one who can create and edit the permissions of the rest of the users of the company. Users defined as manager can change the add-in configuration options. When you log in, you will be able to access the following sections: property form, command launcher, settings, and demo samples. This last section will be used in the training and provide access to some SolidWorks design samples. The property form allows you to read and write information in the properties of SolidWorks part and assembly files. It is divided into the following sections: general data, model data, manufacturing data, custom data, and validation data. This example shows all the available properties, but these properties can be edited and deleted in the add-in configuration. If the commercial option is checked, the commercial data section will be displayed instead of the manufacturing data. If the option Export to ERP is unchecked, both commercial and manufacturing data will be hidden. The property form allows you to add information to components quickly and easily. The material assigned to the parts can be changed directly in the property form. The mass information is also updated automatically. Other properties such as dimensions can also be obtained directly. Pressing the Save button will save the data in the properties linked to the component. With the settings defined in this example, the properties are linked to the component configuration in SolidWorks. So if the active configuration is changed, the properties linked to that configuration will be displayed. SolidWorks derived configuration can also be used. In the same way, the properties form is updated if the active model is changed. From the command launcher, we can export our components directly to Odoo. The bill of materials form will be displayed with the information of the active component and its subcomponents, if they exist. In Odoo, a demo database has been created to export these products. In this database, a fictitious company has been created in which the employees are superheroes. Some contacts of suppliers and manufacturers have been created, and all the towns of Spain in Portugal have been imported as potential customers. Some products have also been created, which will be used as base elements or raw materials of the products that will be exported from SolidWorks. When pressing the Export button, a notice will be displayed indicating if any existing product in Odoo will be updated. This notice can be disabled in the add-in settings. By clicking on the OK button, the products will be exported to Odoo, and the number of products created and updated will be displayed, as well as the list of materials created and updated. Refreshing the view in Odoo will show the product that has just been exported. The exported products will include an image that is obtained directly from SolidWorks, as well as the rest of the properties defined in the add-in configuration. If properties to export as attributes are defined in the add-in configuration, the product variants will be created in Odoo. In this example, the revision property is exported as an attribute. In the products defined as commercial, the information of suppliers and manufacturers can be exported as well. The information of the mass and dimensions of the products can also be exported. You can also define in the add-in configuration that the PDF or the drawing is added as an attachment. The bill of materials of the product has also been exported to Odoo. The SolidWorks material has been assigned as a component in the bill of material of this product, with their mass as a quantity. It is also linked to the manufacturing operations defined in the properties form for this component. A derived configuration of the part has been created in SolidWorks, and its thickness has been changed. If we export this new revision of the part, a notice is displayed to inform that a new variant of the product will be created. In Odoo, we will see that there are now two variants of this product. We can verify that the revision 2 variant has a thickness of 8 mm and the revision 1 variant has a thickness of 5 mm. The bill of materials of the revision 2 has been created and the mass has changed. And the same happens with the PDF attached to the manufacturing operations. In the next example, we will see an assembly with some special cases. The add-in can handle components that we don't want to export to Odoo, components in which we want to ignore their children or subcomponents, components with validation status different to approved, components without material or whose material is not defined in Odoo, commercial components, consumable or storable, non-commercial components with several options, multi-level subassemblies, sheet metal parts in which the unfolded part is also automatically exported, and welded parts in which all its subcomponents will also automatically exported to Odoo. When exporting an assembly, all its elements are traversed, obtaining their properties. A warning will be displayed if there are components that will not be exported to Odoo. Images can be hidden to see only the 3D structure. Items with subcomponents can be expanded or collapsed. The columns displaying the bill of materials form are also configurable. Let's now look at somewhat more realistic example. The Group button allows you to display the list of materials grouping those that can be used at different levels. This shows the unique components with their total quantities. In the weldment profile elements, the total amount in millimeters will be shown in the measurement column. Bolts and nuts used are shown with the total quantity throughout the assembly. If we update the view in Odoo, we will see the new exported products. From the main assembly product, we can access the bill of materials. And we can see all the components and manufacturing operations at all levels. Let's now see some of the add-in configuration options. All users can modify their name, their mesh, and also select their language. The add-in is available in Spanish, English, French, and Portuguese. The other settings in the settings are restricted to user of type Administrator and Manager. The administrator is the only user who can modify the access information to the customer's Odoo database. In this setting, you can define some export options, such as exporting PDF files or whether to use product variants. You can also set how to update existing product variants and bill of materials in Odoo. You can change the name of the sections of the property form. The administrator is also the only user who can create and edit the permissions of the other users in the company. You can import product categories from Odoo. The property section is the part of the add-in settings that has more options. This is where all the properties to be used in the add-in are defined. For each property you can change the display name, change the name of the linked property in SolidWorks, assign the name of the Odoo field in which it will be registered, show or hide in the bill of materials form, and also deactivate the property in the add-in. The properties shown in blue are required by the add-in or by some of its configuration parameters. You can define whether to use configurations in SolidWorks, and if and how the states, revisions, materials, and colors will be used. You can define the manufacturing operations to export to Odoo, the treatments and finishes, and import suppliers and manufacturers from Odoo. Finally, you can define the predefined options that will be applied to sheet metal parts, welded elements, and assemblies.